I'm highly aware that blackface is never a good idea, but some people don't get that. Blackface is almost never funny, but I will admit there's been some blackface that I've seen that has been kind of funny, you know? I remember when, what's that guy's name? Tony Stark? What's his real name? Oh, yes, Robert Downey Jr. So I thought the manner in which he played a black sergeant in the military movie, I guess it wasn't a military movie, it was a joke movie, Tropic Thunder. I thought that was very tasteful and very amusing and funny. I think other people that have done whiteface, kind of funny, like Chappelle and, Eddie Murphy have done whiteface as well. But here's the thing, when they do blackface, they seem to do it differently. It seems a little bit more tasteful rather than continuing the hurtful and harmful stereotypes that most people that do blackface don't even know what it is. Usually they're rambunctious, loud, basketball thugs and all kinds of terrible situations, So from slave times, it seems like certain people in society love to watch the entertainment of black folk, but maybe they weren't as comfortable as having black folk around to do the entertainment. So people got the great idea to start putting, I think it was coal or some type of black dye on their face, and then they got into the grease, putting black grease on their faces. And then they could be whoever they wanted to be, and people thought it was the funniest thing. But many times they were just continuing just this thought of, yep, they're here, they're clowns, they're entertainment. Ha 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 ha. So in Hollywood, this blackface situation has been going on for many years, and it stopped about the 1950s when, our people had enough. We're like, enough making fun of us. We want some rights. We want some equality, right? That was the 1950s, but we know in the 1930s and 1940s, blackface was in full swing through people like Judy Garland and Mickey Rooney with the mommy and all this stuff. It was so racist you could have cut it with a knife. So, about 100 years ago, many Italians and Irish that were in the United States were not considered white according to their Native American born counterparts. So sometimes they would go to these shows just to feel a little bit more white, if that makes sense. It was almost like a moment of cohesion. They found a common area of entertainment to laugh about. I have this quote here from Darnell Hunt, the director of the Ralph J. Bunchy Center of African American Studies at the University of California, Los Angeles. He says, "By the supremacy of whiteness, blackness had to, by necessity, be its foil, be its opposite." So Robert Downey Jr. at the screening for Tropic Thunder, this is a movie, the Vietnam War movie, in which Downey Jr. is playing this sergeant. At the screening, he avoided being offensive and rising above the buffoonery. But he was saying that blackface is, at the end of the day, blackface. Blackface is still blackface, and I think it's important that we have to stop allowing ourselves to be perceived as clowns to the rest of the world, he said. So what's the big deal of blackface? Well, it really continues to put people down that are working to rise above it. So, and this has been time and time again of just putting people down that are working to rise above. Make $1 out of 15 cents. So, if you consider doing blackface, just don't. It is not the way to go. Put the makeup down. Consider going as someone in your own shade this year, as Halloween comes up. If you've received anything from this video, any knowledge, any eyes on the prize, go ahead and put a comment in the section below. Remember, everybody wants to go to heaven. God bless, guys. Amen.